Hey everybody, my name is Mr. Ireland, and this is the Core Roleplayers Guild. Here I try to give back to the role-playing community that I love so much. One of the ways I try to help is by reading in-game books and exploring what they mean for your character, for the lore, and for you as a person. And today we're going to be reading a book called The Most Famous Bill of Sale. And we're going to be talking about basically character backgrounds or character intros. The start of that character, your character. On this site, many generations ago, stood Shenzhen Sundries, a supplier well liked by the local farmers. One day, the first Pandaren explorer, Liu Lang, walked into the store with a most unusual shopping list, records of which have survived to this day. 1 lantern, 3 liters lamp oil, 4 packages of dehydrated fruit, 2 sacks of dried peas, 4 hunches of salt pork, 12 liters of fresh water, 1 basket of hardtack, 1 compass, 1 spyglass. Liu Lang announced his intention to explore the world. Shenzhen, humoring his client, suggested that Liu Lang should also bring an umbrella. He generously offered one for free. Beaming, a grateful Liu Lang told Shenzhen, "I shall name my sea turtle after you." He happily carted away his supplies, whistling as he headed towards the beach, trailed by dozens of curious onlookers. So, I chose this one this time because I felt like it would be a fitting beginning to this podcast. And, well, for characters in general. So, role players like myself, and I'm sure many of you out there, love just a good story, and they love to be involved in a good story. I want to be involved. You want to be involved. That's how role playing in MMOs works. Is you have a bunch of people coming together to create one magnificent story. And what you do is you create a character and you give them this backstory that can lead to some good in-game drama, or it can give another character some potential for a good character development or something like that. Just really, it's like adding seasoning to a steak or to your broccoli. I like to season my broccoli, by the way. Your character does not have to have this complex start. It literally, just like Liu Lang, it can just be, I want to go out and I want to explore. That is it. That is his whole background. He just wanted to go out and explore beyond the mists. He grew up on a ranch, and on a whim, with a the wheel to go, he just went. He realized that turtles always come back to the shores that they were born on. He went out, got himself a sea turtle, and took off. Also, he, like I said in the story, he named that turtle after the store owner who helped him. And it can be the same thing with your character. So the point of me reading this story is to communicate with you that you, like I said, you just do not have to have a complex backstory. If your character does have one, that is great. It is still valid, beautiful, wonderful, just the way it is. However, you do not have to overthink these things. It can just be, my character decided that they wanted to pick up a sword, go out into the woods, and go exploring. That is it. It could be as simple as, my character, who was a merchant, just decided that they were going to get their own products, their own supply. It can be just as simple as, I, an alchemist, do not want to have to pay people for my supplies. I just want to go out there and get it myself. And that is how I started exploring. Motivation in this case, Liu Lang's will to explore, just to see what's out there, is all the backstory you really need for a character. Just the motivation to do X, where X is what your character wants to do. Something else this story tells us is that something of significant importance, in this instance, the umbrella that you see a lot of Liu Lang's statues using, was just given to him on a whim. And again, that's all it is. There's no epic sword fight. There's no I slayed the dragon and the dragon had this buried in its scales. As a joke, a item was given to another character, and that item grew in its significance. Of course, we can all do the same thing. I have a character that has a star ruby on her, and every now and again she polishes it because it's really important to her. This gives an opportunity for other characters to discuss the importance of that star ruby, and a story can be told from that moment. A scene will start to unfurl because of that gem. The star ruby at the time when it was first acquired meant literally nothing. My character was doing some mining, and a scene was happening as my character was doing some mining. During this moment, she happened to just find a star ruby as she was mining, and then she turned and gave it to one of her close friends. That character, they literally had it on them for, I think it was like 5-ish years, I want to say. And this is real years. This is real world 5 years long. During the Mists of Pandaria, all the way, I believe, till about the Burning Legion, when my character came back and found out that their character was dead. And this led on this long, just wonderful story between two people where she found his grave and figured out what happened to him and was able to recover the star ruby from the grave. A simple item, no significant value whatsoever, grew in its significance. And that's what I wanted to really explore here today with this story, is that your character, even you yourself, do not have to come from an epic backstory born of kings and queens or masters of magic to live up to some great epic destiny. Your character can be as humble as being a farmer who just wanted to go out and do something. The items that you carry, the characters that the items that your characters carry can again just start off from nothing, and that is perfectly fine. And I think that's going to do it for this one. This has been the most famous Below Cell. Just another in-game book reading. I hope you liked it. If you want to, you can follow me on Twitter at the Core RP Guild. I have a Discord link there. Feel free to jump in and communicate with us or with me. I have another project I'm planning on having release on the 15th. I'm really trying to scramble to get it ready, so it actually might be ready before the next in-game book reading. So here's hoping. And if you are watching or just listening to this on YouTube, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. And I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.